Hey there guys, this is Sarah. Today I am so excited to finally open up this Girl Scouts cookie oven. This was just sent to me by GenCom and Wicked Cool Toys. Thank you so much, you guys. The oven is for ages 8 and up. Not only do you get the oven, but you also get the Thin Mint cookie mix. I love Thin Mints. At the time of this video, the oven hasn't been released yet in stores. It will be coming out in September and it will retail for $59.99. So here's what comes inside of the box. You get one Girl Scout cookie oven, one baking pan, one spatula, a plastic syringe to measure out your liquids, and the cookie mixes to make your Thin Mints. In addition, you will also need some cooking spray, some water, a plate, some wax paper, and a mixing spoon. So let's get started and make some cookies. First, I'm going to turn on our oven to preheat it. Also, just to let you guys know, the set also comes with some really easy to follow instructions, and each step comes with its own picture and explanation. Before making the mix, let's spray our baking pan with some cooking spray. I always like using a paper towel to wipe off the excess oil and to make sure that it's evenly coated. Now I'll open up the cookie mix and dump it all into my mixing bowl. Now using my syringe, I'm going to get 9 milliliters of water, and then pour it into my mixing bowl. Alright guys, you know what time it is? It's time for a little mixy. This mixy goes out to K&G Soccer, Irene 54, Pink Creeper 170, and of course, Darcy. Thanks guys so much for watching. The batter has been fully mixed, so now I'll separate it evenly into 6 separate cookies. Alright, looking pretty good. Now time for the oven. I'll just pop the pan in the oven lengthwise and slide the control handle all the way to the very right. It's difficult to see from the camera's point of view, but you can definitely see your cookies as they're baking inside of the oven. The cookies need about 8 to 9 minutes to fully bake. Alright, the time is up. Now we'll just slide them over to the cooling portion of our oven. The oven does come with this sticker attached, so it lets you know what part of the oven is the cooling station. So now that I know, I'm going to take the sticker off. It's been about 5 minutes or so, so my pan and cookies should be a little bit cooler to take out of the oven. Wow, these came out so good, and they smell delicious too. I'm going to need the baking pan to make the chocolate topping, so I'm going to have to take my cookies off and place them on a separate plate. Before making the chocolate coating, I need to wash my pan and put my cookies into my freezer. Putting the cookies in the freezer will allow the chocolate coating to harden a lot faster. Now to open up the mint chocolate chips. I'm going to break apart the chunks just a little bit so they melt faster. To melt the chips, we're just going to put the baking pan here on the top of the oven, but here's a little tip for you guys. If you guys have the rectangle pan from an Easy Bake oven, this will actually fit on top as well. So while your cookies are baking, you can actually melt the chocolate and save yourself some time. Just in case you guys don't have an extra pan, I'm going to follow the original instructions and use the pan that came inside the box. Now we'll wait for our chocolate to melt. Ooh, it looks so delicious! Look at all of that melted chocolate! One by one, I'm going to cover each of my cookies in this delicious chocolate. Then I'll put them on my wax paper so that they'll be really easy to take up when dry. All these delicious cookies are covered in chocolate, so I'll stick them in my freezer for just a couple minutes for them to fully harden. Now it's time for my most favorite part, the taste test. These are really good. They're minty just like the real Thin Mints. Just to let you guys know, these aren't crunchy, these are soft on the inside, but the outside chocolatey shell tastes just like a real Thin Mint. For being a toy oven cookie, these are excellent. These are some of the best cookies I've ever tasted that have come out of a toy oven. Well, I have to say I am really happy with my Girl Scout cookie oven, and I really like the Thin Mint cookie mix. I'm really happy to say that they've also sent me a couple of other additional cookie oven mixes, so I will definitely be trying these out in the near future. Well, thank you guys very, very much for watching, and as always, we'll see you in the next video. I've got to have another cookie.